You worked with your dad
I did.
early in your career. He was kind of a mentor figure to you, wasn't he?
He was. He was a good baker, my dad. And ultimately, he was quite... I think it's quite difficult to work with family because you want to find your own way sometimes. And if you're in the same business, which is what my dad was,
Yeah.
I just wanted to expand. And it was very difficult because he was... I think he was harder on me because I was his son rather than, you know, the other guys that were working for him. He gave me more shit. I remember one day, the head baker was off and I had to do everything on my own. It was my first day on my own. I was really scared. And I managed to get everything to fill the shop. The shop looked amazing. I had all the cakes and all the scones and pies and all the breads were all done. I remember at the end of the day looking at everything going, I'm really proud of that, you know. And my dad walked in and he took a glance at all the racks that were sort of sitting in the bakery, walked past, and just before he left, he said, bottom tray, you burnt a couple down there, and walked off.
Wow.
And I was gutted, absolutely gutted. So...
Paul, do you still talk to your father?
Yeah, I do.
But was that him being tough on you to get the best out of you?
Maybe. But praise was something he found difficult to do, I think.
And what's he like now? Because seeing your success now, because you are, I think, without fear of contradiction, I could say you are the most famous baker in the land, right? Yeah, and fully deserved. So presumably, he must be proud of what you've achieved. Does he tell you that?
Yeah. Recently he said something to me which choked me up a little bit.
What did he say?
He said to me, he gave me a hug, he said, I'm really proud of what you've done. And that's not really what my dad does. He was very much like the Victorian dad, you know. And to hear that from him, sort of, I broke down a little bit. But I think ultimately it sort of made me the character I am. I'm quite tough in the bakery. I know what I want. And I suppose that's probably why I am as I am in the tent, because I want them to do better.
Yeah.
You know, I think you guide someone. You've got to teach them as well. You can't just say, that's terrible, get out the tent. I want them to learn. The person that wins Bake Off is the one that goes on the biggest journey.
Yeah.
And that's what makes, you know, the Bake Off the Bake Off. So I don't want them to leave the tent. Of course I want them to stay. I don't criticise them for criticising's sake. There's always constructive criticism to back all that knowledge up.